What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got Shala joining us for this one. We're going to do a quick rundown of what I take with me to the beach in my tackle bag for surf fishing. Hi, Persephone. So, this is the Googan Squad tackle bag. Some of y'all may have seen the old bag on the channel. If you've watched for a while, you know this is the second tackle bag I've had. The first one was a bit of a cheaper, I believe it was a Bass Pro or Cabela's brand. It was like their Max brand or whatever. But it was a great bag for the price, obviously. But it had some issues. This bag improves on some of those and has negatives as well, but one thing it has is a ton of pockets, a ton of space, probably more than I need, which ends up meaning I'm carrying more weight to the beach than necessary. But let's break this down real quick, and I'll go over my. There's two different ways really that I carry this thing, and one is set up for bottom rigs, two is set up for artificials. Very rarely am I doing both of those, so I'm set up with everything the third way. But that's basically what it's set up for right now, so I can show you the maximum usage. So we'll start with the outside, and I'm gonna lay it on its back to get a better look here. On the front for quick access is like the three things that I use the most are the three things I use the most, which is a pair of scissors. They help for cutting line quicker for me anyway, but they also help for cutting up fish bites and those artificials that are really tough to take care of. A long set of hook remover tools, long hook remover tool for sharks and stingrays and stuff, and a pair of standard pliers for just, you know, getting a little bit better grip on certain tough things and whatnot. Pliers obviously come in handy a bunch. These are great for crimping things. They have a crimp tool on it and a line cutter tool on it. So that's another line cutting option. We'll just go ahead and go to these side pockets, which over here I usually have an umbrella. It's outside drying off from a rain. And over here I have some sunblock, which we're just now getting into the season where I actually need it, so I haven't even really fully busted this one open yet. But that's really good sunblock. I like the Blue Lizard. It's often on clearance. In this pocket, I take my blades, a bait knife, and although I don't usually use it at the beach, I keep a fillet knife with me as well, just in case there's a bigger fish that doesn't really fit in the cooler and I want to take it home. Funny enough, as soon as I started taking this with me, I stopped catching bigger fish that I could take home. But I also keep a pair of lip grips in there. I wish these were the ones with the scale built into it. I'm going to get a pair of those. And I also have a measuring tape, which this one is not really retractable anymore. But I'm going to get one of those actual fishing ones that just rolls up, and a scale. Measuring tape's more important, just to make sure I'm keeping legal fish. The scale's more for bass fishing, which I often will switch this bag out for bass fishing as well. So that's the side pocket. I'll put all that stuff away in a minute. And then this pocket, which I've set it up as though I'm already out on the beach. In this pocket, keep my spare GoPro batteries. On the way out to the beach, I'll sometimes even have the GoPro stuffed in here or just in the top of one of these sections. But spare GoPro batteries. And then this is the pocket I reserve basically for my stuff. My wallet, my phone, my keys. That way they're not jangling around in my pocket while I'm out there on the beach. Now, one thing that's cool about this bag is the quality of zippers. Something that I don't like about the design of the bag is that basically in order to open it all the way up, you have to lay it on its back. So we'll go through this front pocket first. I don't always have trays in this front pocket, but both pockets are big enough to hold trays. Let's look here. A lot of space, right? This is still just the front pocket, the smaller of the two main pockets. It's got two main pockets. But up here, I always just keep my panfish gear up here. Small hooks, bobbers, and all that stuff. It's just a lot to move around. And I don't have a lot of it, and it just kind of all fits right there, so that's where it is. Micro hooks and stuff. I could use the same hooks for catching bait fish and stuff, but and then in here I keep my gulp stuff sealed up. There's a pack of minnows under there, gulp minnows, and then these are the, I haven't caught anything on these yet, but I'm trying them out. Gulp surf fishing bite. They're like the gulp version of fish bites, but they're super different, super duper different. But we're gonna try them and see what happens. And then in here I usually just keep my fish bites, soft plastics, and things in here. I got these I'm going to try out, the white and pink shrimp. I hadn't seen that one in the stores before. Some fresh DOAs and stuff under there. And then 2 trays of artificial stuff. I've got some topwaters and some shrimps and stuff in here. And some Miradine and stuff. Miradine, I don't know. And then in here is like jig heads and large cut bait hooks and stuff like that. There's a spinner blade if I want to put one of those on. A thing from like a Redfish Magic or something. But this is like all my artificial stuff in here, right? So then close this sucker back up. And I keep the zippers at the top so I can just reach down in. But honestly, if you open the bag with it standing up, all your stuff's gonna collapse basically. Get these started. Then again, with the main compartment, it's really big, but you gotta lay it down to really get full access to it. And again, it's got the pockets on the front and the main compartment. Starting up here, I've got leader material and some spare leaders already tied up. I like to pre-tie some leaders. These don't have hooks on them. One's a single drop, one's a double drop, so I could do, you know, whatever I want to them. In here is all my fresh, some fresh packs of hooks and some like pre-made redfish rigs and stuff. But I keep lots and lots of hooks ready to go. In here, in these 2 trays, these are my 2 main surf fishing trays, right? My set rig trays. I got one that's all my weights, which also has a bunch of egg sinkers and stuff for, you know, dropping off of rigs, doing off of bridges, doing Carolina rigs and all that kind of stuff. But mainly these pyramids are what I'm going for out of here. And then surf fishing stuff, pompano rig bits and floats and beads and more spare hooks and stuff. And then a towel. Should always have a towel. The towel really came in use recently. I had to unhook a bird. That sucked. So the variation I usually do, especially if I'm not using the beach cart, is I can take the stuff out of this front pocket, right? I can just take these 2 trays out of here. I can even leave that stuff in here. And I can put a couple of my rod holders in here. One-handed's a little tricky, but one-handed I can still do it. And my mallet. And then I'm good to go. I can toss this on my back with a couple of rods. I have a soft cooler bag that I can carry my bait in instead of the big heavy cooler. But yeah, that's a rundown of everything that I carry in my tackle bag. So the one thing I don't think I mentioned about this bag that I really actually do like is the quality of the zippers and the quality of the stitching. The last bag I had, within about 6 months, there was a zipper that didn't open anymore, and there was some stitching that pulled through on the inside that separated it had like an upper compartment and the trays went in horizontally here. I've been using this since Christmas. It's now June, and the zippers all feel brand new. I mean, the thing was over $100, so I mean, it's definitely not a cheap bag, but nothing on it is cheap. Everything on it's well made, so I'm really enjoying it. I know it's a Googan squad, and that, you know, has means certain things to certain people. But honestly, those guys have put out some pretty killer products. Not everything they make is out of this world, but this tackle bag kicks ass. Highly recommend it. So I hope this helps everyone out. We'll see you on the next one.